Fantastic morning to one and all. Hey, listen, have you ever drank a little bit too much the night before, and when you woke up in the morning, you didn't recognize the person you were next to, or you didn't recognize the place you're at? Well, I looked around in my bed this morning, there was no woman, so that is what it is. But it definitely was a place I've never recognized before. And in theory, I'm in Antigua, and right behind me, that's a volcano. And not only did I not recognize this place, but it's cool. In the last 4 years, I've been in extreme heat in Charm and in Belize, and then down in Flores, of course. It was very hot, and it's cool. I slept with a blanket. Anyway, I have a fantastic story for you in relation to what I just told you. So my wife and we had just moved to France, and we got invited to this fete, a feast. So there's another, every 15 minutes, started at 5:30, then 5:45, it's now 6 a.m. The town square over there wakes you up. I guess they don't want you to sleep in this town. I'm in Antigua. So, you're going to love this story. So, it's a little village. Well, we were living in Beaulieu-sur-Mer in the French Riviera. Beautiful town. Matter of fact, there was a restaurant in the little port there called African Queen. You got to visit it. So, we get invited to this fete, and it's the yearly fete feast party, and the mayor's there, and the whole village turns out, small little village. And of course, I'm the first American ever to be in that village. It's not a tourist place; it's for the locals, and they're barbecuing a goat, if I remember correctly. I only remember a few things from that, but this is a funny story. And so, all the villages have one thing that's not taxed by the government, and that's their eau de vie, white lightning, 198 proof alcohol. So of course they're giving me shots of eau de vie, and I got a pretty good buzz going on. And so they're going to have some fun with the American. And they said, oh, he'll never eat the goat brain, because that's the real specialty, and very few people will eat that. And of course I ate it. I'll eat anything. I love food. So the one thing I don't remember is they said they introduced me to the mayor at one point during the party. And back then I was a bit of a male chauvinist pig. What can I tell you? We're not always perfect as humans. And I blew her off, and everybody was so offended. Like, this American just turned around and went his own way. At any rate, so I ended up leaving, I guess, by myself in a village I'd never been in. And this is one thing I do remember. Okay. So I remember walking down the little road, cobblestone road, and it was probably 10, 15 feet wide, and I was so drunk that to navigate in 10 feet, it's like, you're really trying to go straight, but it's not easy when you're really that drunk. And so, miraculously, nobody could believe it, but I found my way back to the place where we were going to stay that night, our friend's house. And passed out on the porch, on the front door. And so after the party, they came and they collected me and they put me inside. And the story is, I woke up and I looked at the ceiling and I said, where the fuck am I? I couldn't recognize the ceiling because it's a French ceiling, and it was just the most bizarre experience. And we've all had those experiences, where we woke up with a woman or a man that we didn't recognize, and must have had some fun last night. But so it was a 10-hour drive from, I do remember that. And last night when we came into Antigua here, cobblestone roads, I remember there was a line about a block long to get into a club. So they're definitely partying here. And I'm right next to the town, maybe one of the town's squares, where they're ringing those bells every 15 minutes to wake you up, get your day started. And I'm on the roof of what will be soon the best hostel in all of Antigua. It's going to be, I'm going to help my buddy build a fantastic hostel. He wants to call it Bangladesh, which is fantastic. I want to call it Bangladesh Fire Hostel, F-I-R-E, to go along with my fire speeches. And FIRE stands for Fantastic Inspirational Rejuvenation Experience. So in the next coming days, weeks, and maybe months, follow me as I transform this little pretty interesting looking place, but it's going to be a jewel, and you're going to come visit. You're going to get a discount, because if you go to, well, not yet, but if you go to Be Fantastic today, you'll get discounts if you go to Charm. You'll get discounts if you go to Belize. You'll get discounts if you go to Flores. There's a cannon going off. And you're going to get discounts if you go to Antigua and places all around the world, because we want to thank people for being kind. Now, right behind me, look at that. There's an active volcano. I think that's called Fuego. At any rate, so the day is starting. It's the July 30th, and I'm going to have some fun in Antigua. I hope you can join me on these videos. If you do like what I'm doing, more importantly, the mission I'm doing, maybe not the videos, and their videos are one-take wonders. 1,900 plus videos from around the world as I travel teaching the 3 commitments to kindness. The first, most important, hardest is be kind to yourself. The second is be kind to all others and the creatures. And the third, be kind to Mother Earth, our environment, our planet. And if you follow those 3, if everyone follows those 3, there'll be no more wars and violence and strife and poverty and killing and lying and stealing and cheating and all the bad things humans do if you're just kind. So be kind, and like, subscribe, and share, because these do have, you know, I slept in a blanket. Did I tell you that? I slept in a freaking blanket for the first time in years. I love life. I love change. I actually did a video a couple of days ago on change. I think change is really fantastic. It opens up your eyes to new places. I mean, there's a volcano right there. You see that? That's a volcano. And I'm going to walk up it one day here while I'm here. I'm going to have so much fun in Antigua, and you are going to have fun too, because you're going to be watching my videos, hopefully. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day. More to come. Lots more to come. I tell you, change is fantastic. Try it. You'll love it. And have no fear, because fear is false expectations appearing real. And never be afraid to fail, because failing is just the first attempt in learning. Because if you're not failing, you're not learning, you're not trying, you're not growing, you're not experiencing, you're just stagnating, and that's not healthy. That's not healthy, guys. So I'm just so happy. I can go on forever talking, you know me. But I jumped out of bed this morning, because when you jump out of bed, you love what you do. When you love what you do, you have fun. When you have fun, you do it well. And when you do it well, maybe someone will pay you for it. I'm not worried about the money, but I have a free place to stay in Antigua. I'm going to help out. I'm going to go to the square each day, and I'm going to make a sign that says, maybe I'm just going to say, like, want to be fantastic? I don't know what it's going to say yet, but I'm going to be spreading the Be Fantastic philosophy in Antigua for the next few months. Who knows? Who knows? I go where I'm invited. I was invited here, and if you want to invite me where you're at, and I can beautify the city like I did with Flores. Watch that video earlier. It's a great video, and we'll see what happens. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic weekend. Have a fantastic life. Say the word fantastic. It makes you smile, which makes you live longer. Bye-bye. Okay, there's Fuego. You see that little cloud there between the peaks? That's from the volcano. It's an active volcano. And what I do know about Antigua is that it was destroyed many times by floods, by earthquakes, and by volcanic eruptions. So they finally ended up moving in the 1700s, the capital, because this was the capital of Guatemala. They finally ended up moving it to Guatemala City right now, where it is now. And that is shrouded in clouds. That is a huge volcano. So stand by, everybody. We're going to have some fun in Antigua. So I just enjoyed my first avocado from the Tikal jungle pyramids of Tikal. And there she is, a volcano. How close is that? And then you can see on the top of that mountain on the left, or the pyramid on the volcano left, the smoke coming from the volcano. It's active. Unbelievable.